JUCO Lacrosse. Howard taking on 4th-ranked Anne Arundel. Dragons enter the game with an 0-1 record, looking to bounce back after a lopsided loss to Onondaga. Riverhawks 2-1 overall, averaging 16.6 goals per game. Anne Arundel's won its last 2 meetings against Howard. First half, Dragons come out swinging. Sandra Naylor calls for the ball and makes it an early 2-goal lead for Howard. Riverhawks would fire back. Scott dodges down the alley. Nice overhand release. Anne Arundel takes the lead. Excellent passing and ball movement from the Riverhawks offense. Anne Arundel finds an opening in the middle and makes the Dragons pay. Kristen Ogle, working against her defender, draws the slide, dodging downhill towards the goal. Ogle gets one back for Howard. Emily Delaney gets her stick up in the passing lane, but the Riverhawks come up with a ground ball and capitalize on the unsettled situation. Howard not doing enough to protect the paint on this possession. Anne Arundel has scored 3 unanswered. Its lead is now 5. Marielle Enriquez on the ride for Howard. Noelle Dawson does a nice job of pressuring the ball. The Howard ride delivers a much-needed possession. Free position for the Dragons. Ogle with the rebound, catches the Riverhawks ball watching, sends a strike to Sandra Naylor in the middle. But the Dragons defense having trouble holding off this Anne Arundel offense. Riverhawks once again respond with 3 unanswered. Second half, Anne Arundel just too much for Howard today. Another assisted goal for the Riverhawks. Anne Arundel picks up a Region 20 win. 22-7, Anne Arundel is your final.
Hi folks, I'm here with Noelle Dawson after the Howard Community College women's lacrosse game against the Anne Arundel Riverhawks. Noelle, what are your thoughts and feelings after this game?
I didn't feel good about the scoreboard at all, but I feel really good about how everybody played and everybody's efforts. I feel like as a team we're getting a lot better and we have a lot to work on, but overall I'm really proud of our team and how everybody played.
So the Anne Arundel Riverhawks, their team has always been very competitive with Howard Community College and very competitive at the national level. Obviously, coming into this game, you knew it was going to be a tough game, and then you guys started out with a 2-0 lead. How did that feel, and what was sort of going through your mind as the beginning of the game started out?
Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, like we got them. And then, I think when that happens and you see the score going down really quickly and the other team winning, you have to really be careful about not getting it in your head that you've lost. And I think that our team did a really good job of not getting that in their head, and we really hustled and we went to the ball. I just think that we got a lot to work on, and we'll get them next time.
And today you had your first goal of the season on a free position opportunity. How did it feel to score against Anne Arundel, and how did it feel to put the ball in the back of the net?
Oh, it felt great. I was like, I was there, and then I saw it, and I was like, lightly put my stick down, and I was like, oh, yeah, we got him. So it felt good. It felt really good.
So what sort of things do you think you guys need to continue to work on throughout the rest of the season that's going to get you to that place you guys want to be at the end?
I think just a lot of the fundamentals, like catching and throwing and cradling. A lot of our team is new, so I think that as long as we just keep doing stuff like wall ball and working on shooting and staying in shape, I think we'll really come up there.
I'm here with Maddie Reeser after the Howard Community College game against Anne Arundel. Maddie, how do you feel this game went for you, and how do you feel about the game?
I feel like we played a lot better this game, versus our first game. It's all about the fundamentals here. We really just need experience and working on the fundamental things, and then I think it'll start picking up for us.
Both Onondaga and Anne Arundel, very, very difficult teams to start out your season against. How do you feel that these tougher teams have sort of helped you guys learn the things that you need to work on for the rest of the season?
Well, they've shown us skill. Everyone on our team is really inexperienced, basically. So playing these teams helps us view experience and what people who have experience can really do. So we're prepared for other games, basically.
So being that you're one of the few sophomores on the team, obviously you have experience playing lacrosse, and you sort of are one of the leaders of this team just by experience. How do you feel that your experience playing as an HCC lacrosse player is helping to demonstrate to all the other people what it is to be an HCC lacrosse player?
Well, I started last year, so I don't have that much experience, but it's just like knowing the ways, the rules, and even just things like leadership help. Like when someone's down, like I'm always making sure that I'm like, you got it next time, like shake it off. And if the coaches are unable to talk to them with what happened like wrong, I'm able to run over and quickly tell them just like, hey, try fixing this, blah, 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 blah.
And finally, you and Kristen Ogle, best friends on and off the field. How does that relationship that you have with her off the field really help you guys to gel as teammates on the field?
It helps a lot. Like, just on the field, like if I'm getting a pass from Kristen, I know like I have to catch it. Like it's just like a thing that happens, and it's really great because I like know what she's doing before she knows what she's doing, and it just works really well together. Like cutting, passing, feeding, things like that. We just click. It's great.
Thank you so much, Maddie.